is the new 2025 Ford Expedition. If this is in a new exterior, interior, some cool new features as far as a new Tremor we'll talk about, the powertrains talked about, and some interesting details they did with lots of lighting, excuse me for a moment, and also they talked to lots of customers and a lot of stuff going on. So this is kind of their wall. Let's start with this one. This is a wall. 1,100 hours talking to customers. They did a new Ford split tailgate, third row flexible seating. You put like skis or fishing rods or golf clubs in through the third row. Handbags. They have the Ford console and the console. The console moves back and forth like you would the Tahoe. In that it moves back, and so you can fit more stuff in there as well and fit that. We also have the new connectivity screens. It's a connectivity package. They call it new Ford Digital Experience. And it's the new software. Anyways, they have a 24-inch panoramic display on the top. Then we have a 13.2-inch screen there. We also have device holders that are optional, not standard. You can get those in ordering. 90% of the vehicles have Blue Cruise. There's 3 different ways. We'll talk about how we're going to get you guys to set up for that. We have elevated tailgate. You can sit on the tailgate. You have cargo area charging points. You actually have a table. It's a really interesting thing going on. And zone lighting. And you remember when I bought the Ford F-150 a while ago, zone lighting is freaking awesome. So over here, this is the new Expedition Max. These are 24-inch wheels on this. And I'll come around the front and you can see the new lighting signature. They really wanted to make this stand out. They kind of made it looks like a guy doing a flexing muscles. And they made it kind of stand out one piece. You can see when I stand back, you get that overall impression of that Expedition there, your Ford logo. Underneath the hood, we have the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, 2 versions. The high output, which is 480 horsepower, 510 foot-pounds torque. Checks notes, I think it's about right. And the other one, which is, 440, 510. Then we have 400 horsepower, 480 pound-feet of torque, 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine, been out for more than a decade now. Made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. We'll check about this interior here. The running boards come down. Gotta love that. Auto running boards. There's some cool stuff with the lighting. They made the lighting purpose built, so you know right by the handle where that's going to be at. Bose system there. Lots of cup holders and things. Really worked on this 24-ounce water bottle in here. Worked on the storage. You'll hear storage here quite a bit. We have 4 different ways to do 4-wheel drive and change the drive modes. 4 auto, 4 low, 4 high, and 2-wheel drive. We have opens the hood there, but this is that digital display behind the driver. You've seen a Lincoln. What's nice about it is it actually is coming down. The whole dash is lowered a little bit, and this is in your line of, it's below your line of sight, so you can look up, then look down. We have a squircle steering wheel. Squircle, yes. This is a square, but a circle. They call it a squircle, and the idea here is that when you're behind the wheel, like so, you can just see right over the steering wheel, into the dash, over the dash where you're going. So your head's up more often. It's not looking down at the dash, looking higher up. And this is, you'll see this on the screen, it's flickering. That's the Blue Cruise system reading the eyeballs. So that information there. 13.2-inch screen here. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as wireless in this. Google Maps is their new default map system. Imagine that. You don't have to deal with the navigation system. They just said, you know what? Google Maps is great. Let's just go with it. I think that's a win, big time. So we have Google Maps within this. You can see different controls here. Shifter is interesting. We have a turn shifter here next to the volume knob. So turning up the volume may get interesting to some people who are shifting the gears. But you got to realize the text, the size is different. You just got to figure that stuff out as you're owning the vehicle. Different gear shifting there. You have a really purpose-built space here. Drop your cell phone in there. Drop cell phone in here. You want more? Boom. We have a Pro Trailer backup that's kind of hidden, which is nice. It's not a feature used very often. And we have a wireless charger. It's going to be right here. Cup holders have been extended for different Yeti cups. And then we have the massive amount of storage in here. Oh, I go in here? Oh, I go here. It's right here, the storage, big storage bin. But this, what I was trying to show, was it comes back. And we can fit a handbag in here, or if you're a man of, I don't know, tasting things, you have a Merce you're going to carry around, your man purse, whatever you're going to put in there. You can take some takeout, gallon of milk, whatever, and you just close it up. What's also nice when you go back, get the second row, guys, a better spot for drink holders. Yeah, that's kind of nice. And then there's a spot here for a cell phone, like a tablet to fit in there. Very much they've looked at families, what families are doing with these vehicles, and made sure lots of storage room. More room over there for the glove box, and then speakers are behind this screen here. So they've kind of got them upwards, like it's like a TV at home with a sound bar. That's their idea. We have some pretty nice, comfortable seats here too. Nice bolstering. I've always liked Ford seats. These look like even more comfortable than the other leather I've seen in other F-150s. And they really did this purposely built to not look like an F-150. They're trying to make the Expedition stand out more amongst its lineup of Ford vehicles. In the rear, we have that digital holder, but we also have a couple different pocket sizes, so you can hold different items in here. This is nice. A lot of times these pockets get filled with stuff and you can't organize stuff. There you go, organize that. We have HVAC controls here, and then we have vents up top for the kiddos, panel moonroof, and then the seating here was interesting. We'll talk about that in the back, but this is the third row. There's our, bring the forward, get out of the way so you can get back to the third row. Grab handles here. I like seeing grab handles. I'm a big fan of grab handles. Actually, a grab handle on the driver's side as well, and passenger. No grabbing the steering wheel. I hate grabbing the steering wheel. On the rear, we have Expedition. As you can see the light in there, see that there. This is the Max. They offer the longer wheelbase and the regular wheelbase Expedition. We'll open this here. This pops open, and then we can see lots of stuff going on here. First of all, we have a split, what I would call a clamshell. So you have a 80-20, 80 up, 20% down, or 70-30, whatever you want to call it. But the idea here is you can open this up, grab some balls, whatever you want out of here, and then you don't have to get the whole tailgate. You're not going to lose items coming out. Then you can press this button, drops that down. What's nice with this is you can sit on this. You can put the back up here, you can sit here, turn around, watch the game, whatever you're doing, fireworks. They have a little demo thing set up, and you can use that. You can also take this, and I'll try this one-handed, but you come up with it, and it's got little legs. So if I pop a leg here, and I pop a leg here, my goodness, I can't believe I can do this one-handed with the camera, but I can. Boom. Now you have your dining room table, or you're set up for a buffet or something. You have some USB chargers back here, some lighting as well. So you could do a little crock pot thing set up. You could set some whiskey bottles, you know, whatever fits your needs. But then you can take this and you can flip it all the way over, boom, and I can close this and close that, and then I have a two-tiered storage system back here that if I want to use it, I can put, you know, luggage down below, I can put stuff on top, whatever I want to do. And then if you don't want to use this at all, let's say you don't want to do this, you don't want that at all, you hate it, whatever, either A, store it in your garage, or B, you store it in the vehicle. It goes right down in there is where you can put this holder. What's also they talked about is interesting is if I put down this second row middle, see, two middle, boom. Now I can fit those golf clubs in there, the skis, the fishing rods, 2x4 by whatever, and then the top of that holder on the above those dials for the second row, for the center console, is a little more rugged material. So if you do put like a 2x4 something on there, it's not going to scrape that material up as much as it would, and it keeps that looking brand new longer. And then I can probably, no, I can do all three. Don't want to do that. Okay, so I press the button. I'm bringing that one back. I have all those powered rows. I'm trying to get the middle row up. But yeah, so that's going on there with the Ford Expedition. We have zone lighting, which I've been a big fan of. Zone lighting is going to be right up in here. There's light there, and lights back there, lights in the side, lights in the front. So the idea is on the Ford Pass app or inside the vehicle, you can press buttons and turn on lighting for different zones, 4 of them. Each side, front and back, depending on what you want to do. Set up camp, whatever, then turn them off with that app. So that is basically what's new with the Ford Expedition in this Max Platinum Edition. Let's go check out some other trim levels of this Expedition. Okay, this is the King Ranch. So we can have 4 trim levels of Expedition. Platinum, King Ranch, Tremor, we're gonna get to, which is right over there. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And Active. Active's not here today, that's your base model. This is the King Ranch. You see the browns built into this. This King Ranch came out, what was it, 1990s, somewhere in that area. Been a big hit for Ford. Really is the Rancher trim. Have those big wheels. These look like 22 inch. Could be the 24s like Platinum, but it looks like 22 inch. And you have the brown in there as well. And then we have the King Ranch there. That's the branding from the ranch. And then you have all your brown hues throughout. So this is definitely the, again, like I would say, the Rancher version of this truck. And then we have the brown inlaid wood here and the blue styling. King Ranch, like I said, I've been a big, huge fan. Let's go around all this kayaks and stuff, all we have hooked up to it. And we're coming to the back, and here's our setup. We have some stuff plugged in. Look at all the camping gear, fishing rods through there. That's that seat that folds down. Really nice setup back there. And yeah, this is white with the brown. Even did the brown down here. I like this touch. That's a nice touch. They could have just black and left alone, but you know, if I'm gonna spend some money on an expedition, I want King Ranch. I want it to really look that way, and that King Ranch and badging there. So it is definitely a nice looking rig. I can see them selling quite a bit of these. Again, King Ranch, Expedition spelled out. It's all the same stuff you saw on the Platinum. Okay, let's talk about hands-free driving, the Blue Cruise system like I showed you there. That's Blue Cruise. So a lot of highways, you sit back, the vehicle drives for you, probably not reading a book or anything, you have to still pay attention, but there's gonna be 3 different ways to subscribe to this. They're changing things up. This impacts 2025, 40-50, and now Expedition. So when you buy this vehicle, you'll have 3 choices. You can get a 90-day trial that converts into a 1-year subscription. You can order it with an optional 7 years of service, or you can go to the Ford Pass app and buy a monthly service. So like if you're only gonna use it during the summer, road trips, you can buy that monthly service. I'll have pricing for you, hopefully down below. Told me by the time embargo this breaks, I'll have pricing coming out. So I like the monthly aspect of it because a lot of people road trip during the summer, or family trips, stuff like that. That makes a lot of sense. I can go to my Ford Pass app, press that button, pay my money, and I can use it for those road trips and things to make it less stressful to get down to Mima and Papa's. Yeah, less stressful. Good for everybody. And this final trim level is the first ever Expedition Tremor. Now you may remember Expedition came with a Timberline edition, but here's the deal. People really love the Tremor name. They like it in Super Duty, like an F-150, so Ford was like, you know what? Let's go Tremor Expedition. Seems smart to me. I think it's smart to you. I like the Tremor. I just like it as a package. So what do you get? You get 33-inch tires, more off-road capability. I have skid plates down below. I have a bash plate from the F-150 Raptor. I have the high output engine in this, so I have lots of horsepower and torque. I have the electronic locking differential, trail turn assist. So if you're in a tight spot with it, let's say that back there, press the button, it actually will hold one of the back tires and allow you to make it turn a lot more easily in a sharp turning situation. Trail one pedal driving, you turn that on, it adjusts the transmission shifting, the brakes, the engine output, and so you basically just put your foot on the gas, go forward, take your foot off the gas, you don't go forward. But it's really kind of handy. I'm kind of making fun of it, but you don't have to do two-feeted. You have to one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. The trail, one pedal just takes care of all that in one easy motion. Electronic locking rear differential as well, and these off-road auxiliary lights. Yeah, you don't have to mount your own light bar now. They're built into the truck, and so you can turn those lights on when you need to. Off-road rescue, that kind of deal. We have the orange, which is reminiscent of what the Tremor is in the F-50 and the Raptor, using the same color combination. What's really kind of interesting, they pointed this out in the presentation, is that one wheel is colored orange. Why? That's the air inlet, right? So when you go off-roading often, you are going to deflate or inflate the tires based on what kind of off-roading you're doing. So you're not going to puncture holes in with the rocks and things you go over, sharp objects. That is really cool. So that's a nice little detail. Tremor there on the side. We'll come around over here. And we have the off-road running boards. These are similar to what's on the Raptor. So those are nice, really sturdy, handy running boards. Inside the cabin, just like we saw the other trim levels, everything's the same. And then we have a little Tremor on the back of the seat rest. And a little orange stitching there too, right? A little double orange stitching there as well. This will not come in the Expedition Max. It'll only be in the shorter wheelbase for off-road driving. You have 10.6 inches of ground clearance, or a front, yeah, 10.6 inches of ground clearance. I think I got that right. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but it's 2 inches more than a standard Expedition. Now I want to talk about towing back here as we wrap things up, because this is really interesting to me. So I'm going to get my notes out here in just a minute. What's nice is Ford put that connector right there, easy to access. I'm tired of these connectors. They're like underneath the vehicle, all sorts of different things. But this one is a nice thing that they did where you don't have to have the weight distributing bars. So the leveling bars, they bolt onto here, they bolt on there, you gotta level it all out, level the front end out. Nope. What Ford was able to do was that up to 7,000 pounds, you don't need the weight distributing hitch or load leveling bars, depending on how you say that. 9,600 pounds is max towing with those bars. So typically, especially in F-150 and different SUVs, 5,000 pounds is your max, which made it unfortunate because a lot of campers are right around that 5,000 to 6,000 pound range. Ford said that over 7,000 to 7,000 pounds, you tow just like this, no problems. Over that, 9,600 pounds. In this Tremor package, you lose about 300 pounds of towing. It is 9,300 pounds as far as overall towing. I think that's pretty cool. They also added the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist, so you back up and basically the system uses the cameras and things to guide you back into place. Then you put the hitch on. You also have trailer backup assist where you turn the dial. You can see the little, this is for that trailer backup assist. The camera reads that. You can actually turn the dial, and what you do is inside the cabin, whichever way you turn is which way your trailer goes back. They also have trailer sway control, and they have one more feature. Gosh, lots of things remembered here. So, oh, that's it. Except for this. This has got an off-road tuned suspension. The Platinum and the King Ranch has an all-new suspension, better ride overall. They've also improved the acoustics in the cabin. They really did some work, they said, with the materials in the ceilings. That way the first row and third row can actually talk to each other. They made it quieter for that aspect of it. Okay, so we did quietness, 33-inch tires, all that kind of stuff on this. And it's a 13% increase in cargo capacity with a long wheelbase. You actually could put luggage in there that is, I'm gonna say this on camera, that's not like this, it's actually long ways, which is really nice for 7-passenger vehicle to put your bags in your long ways. And well, guess what? Last thing I have for you. Wi-Fi in this vehicle is an optional as well. It does about 10 devices, which is what we know about for the industry. Or what's interesting, 50 feet from the vehicle, you still have Wi-Fi coverage. So that means come up here, camping site, turn on the Wi-Fi, check your email, whatever you need to do, latest football scores. I do a lot of that when I'm camping. Then turn it off, hit the road. But you can use it anywhere 50 feet of that Tremor, of the, well, Expedition. Sorry, I'm in love with this Tremor. All right, what do you guys think? That is a new 2025 Ford Expedition. Whew. It's hot in here. There's a lot of stuff to cover. Hope you got it all. If not, ask me down below or watch this video again. Gear icon, turn me down, slow me down with the setting. That works well. All right, check out other videos up over here, website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, look at that. Ha! I want to do that. We will see you down the road.